Hi everyone, this is Elizabeth with the Ladies Lounge, and today I wanted to talk to you about tanning mishaps. I don't know about you, but I have had my fair share of them, from the spray tans that you get at tanning salons, to the spray tans in a can, to even the creams that you apply to your skin. But if I had to think back to my worst mishap, it would have to be when I got the spray tan at the tanning salon, because just the whole experience is really bad, and I can't say that there was anything positive that came out of it. It started bad from getting into the booth. I had to wait for the spray to come on, and it was cold, and that was not fun at all. And then when the spray finally did come on, it instantly was spraying right onto my face, so I couldn't breathe because then I would suck it in, and that was no good. So I had to hold my breath, and then sprayed the front, spun around, and then sprayed the back. And then when I stepped out of the booth, I was completely drenched in it. It was dripping, and the salon workers had told me that I needed to pat off the excess. So when they told me that, I'm like, oh, that won't be a big deal, because I wasn't expecting just how much excess there actually was going to be on my skin. So I felt like I had a hard time trying to figure out how much I needed to pat, because it just seems like a fine line between patting off too much, making it look like you didn't go tanning at all, to patting not enough off, and then you turn out streaky. So I didn't do a good job at it, let's just say. And part of me was, you could tell there was kind of a tan, but I really took too much off and it didn't look good. And then the other part, I did not pat off enough, so it ended up looking very orange. It was runny, and then those spots where I didn't pat off enough, it had stained my clothes. And then besides that problem, in between my fingers, completely orange, completely. And no matter how much I tried to scrub it off right after, it was stuck. It was not going anywhere. And then another problem was my nails. I didn't have them painted. They looked just like this when I went in the booth, but when I came out of the booth, they were this nasty orange color, and that would not go away. And I figured maybe it should go away by the time my tan had faded off, but that orange color stayed on my nails until they grew out completely, and over time it really got grosser and grosser looking. Never again. It was gross, and I had to keep my nails painted because they were orange. And then my second biggest mishap would be the spray tan in a can experience, where if you scroll down, you can see a picture of right after I had sprayed my legs. I really don't know what I was thinking, as I was in the same exact situation of having to pat away the excess. But this time, it stained my towel, and then the bathtub was completely messy, as you can see. And then on top of that, the bottom of my feet were so orange. I didn't think about it at the time, but as you can see on the tub, there's all the excess on the bottom. It stuck to the bottom of my feet, and they were completely orange. I mean, I can't complain about blotchiness on the bottom of my feet because it got all over and it was super orange. So I have had the greatest success using the creams, and I actually really like those because I could do it at home, it's good for my skin, and it's cheaper than laying in a bed. If I had to think of a mishap with the creams, it would probably be the first time I used them, and it was completely my fault. I was applying it on my face, and when I got to my forehead, I think I was just, rubbing it all on, not thinking that I really need to make sure I go all the way back to my hairline. So I went to bed, and I woke up the next morning, and you could see a line from where I had applied the cream to where I didn't apply the cream. So like right along there, you could see I did not get any cream there. And as much as I tried and as hard as I tried, you could tell. So since that time, I always make sure I go all the way back to the hairline. I haven't had any problems since. So I am a repeat cream user. And I'm excited because I've teamed up with Jergens to review their newest product line. And why I am so excited is because I am familiar with Jergens. I'm not sure if this bottle looks familiar to you, but I bought this, I think about a year ago. And yeah, probably last winter. And that would be the third or fourth time I've used it because I love it. I put it on at night, I wake up the next morning, instantly tanner, and it's never an orange, it's never blotchy, it's actually really natural looking. So I buy it and I use it and I love it. But if I did have to say a complaint or come up with something that I didn't really like, it would be the smell of the product, because when you put it on, you do notice that it has that sunless tanner smell to it. And then even when I wake up in the next morning, I can smell it on myself. But when I would take a shower, it would wash right off, and I never would have a problem with it after that. But I guess it was just from the time that it was on my skin until I showered, I did smell it. So the great thing about these products is that these have no odor. These are the new products that Jergens has come out with and that I will be reviewing for the next 2 months. And I went to the store last week and I checked out 2 different stores because I was just curious to see if you could buy this old one again, and you can't. I did not find it. You might have different results, but I know when I looked, that's gone, and in its place is the whole new line. And this is just 3 of the products. I didn't notice a whole variety of them. I don't know how many there were, but definitely more than 3. And the great thing is that I already noticed that there's no smell to the bottle. When I take the old one, all I have to do is put my nose to the bottle and I smell that smell. I mean, there's no hiding it, no disguising it. I can smell it automatically in the bottle. But then when I take the bottle from the new line, I smell it. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then if I go as far to pop the cap and smell the cream itself, no smell at all. And if I did have to say that there was a smell, which there is a little bit, but it's this refreshing smell, like a lotiony almost, nothing like that self-tanner smell. So be sure to check for my status next month and the month after, because I will be detailing my experience with these products and keep you informed to how my experience goes with these products. So stay posted and keep checking.